This is another configuration of IP phones. And when you check, we have IP phone over here. Hmm, the one that looks like how you can, if you come to the GUI, this, though it's not on, but we will put it on. The reason why I click this one is not showing. So we are coming to configure this particular one. That is for IP phone, on how various offices can ring another office for an information. So we are coming to do voice message, voice calls here and there through the IP phones. So you can only get the IP phones. The arrangement that I've done so far, you can get the IP phones. If you come to the end devices, you will see that we have IP phones over here and voice over IP devices. Then we have phone. So we are choosing IP, that is internet protocol phone, not voice over IP. We would also treat voice over IP. That is if you are treating other topics. But right now, this is the sketch that you have to sketch. We have a server here, which is bigfirm.com. We have the router here connected to another router, one router two, another server, which is klm.com. We'll connect that one to the switch, which is BFSW2. Then BFSW1 will connect the rest of them, which bears an IP address of what? 192.168.10.0 on this side. Then 172.16.0.0/16, which is the subnet mask, will also connect to what? BFSW2. So this is the configuration. Now, individual PCs over there will be connected to IP phones. So example, if we have sales department, can sales department ping what? Marketing department, or can sales department ring a marketing department? Example of what I'm coming to do is like this. I'm going to put them based on colors. So we have Kwame over here. We have Teresa over here. We have Abba over here. And the last one is going to be, we have Kelly over here. So now, if we have this ones like this, we can put Kwame as sales, which is sales department, QC department, marketing department. Then we can do this one as what? HR office. So that is our course. Are you done? You are not yet done. Okay, so let's see the connectivity of them. Please, have you finished? Okay, so let's do the connectivity of the cables. Okay. But you told me you're finished. Then let's do the connectivity. Click on the cable and router straight. Choose fast Ethernet. Then you choose the straight through server to this one. Then you have to click on crossover cable, connect to the IP phones, then choose the switch. Okay, let me use the straight through. Okay, let me use the straight through. Uh, no, I click this one. If you are on the IP phones, make sure that you connect to a switch. Then you connect you click on the IP phones again, then to PC. You have to do the same thing to the rest of the machines. Yes. When you click on the IP phones, it directs you which one you're supposed to click onto. You understand? It tells you that either switch or what? PC. Now, at the moment, the phone that the IP phone is not on. You said? Yes. The IP phone is not on. So this is what you have to do. Just click on it like this. Then choose this guy. You can just zoom in. Choose that is the power, okay? This is the power. So you click on the power, then you drag and put it inside a small hole over here. You say that now the lines will be receiving. So when you click on it like this, you see that it doesn't mean that you have configured it well. We are about to configure the voice over IP, that is IP phones on what? The router, which is BR. And not all routers have these IP phone features. Are you listening? You have to make sure that you have to choose some. Right? If you go out there also, there are some routers that don't have voice over IP, voice what features. So you have to just ask. Uh-huh. I'll show you some of the varieties of those routers. Okay, that is why we choose what 28 what 11. Okay, so since we are done with this one, this is the IP address that we are going to deliver to this one. Then I'll give uh, this one as what the server as 201. So this is going to bear the entire network of this place. So this one also is going to bear the entire network of that place. So I will just copy and paste and give the klm.com an IP address, which is going 202. So that is the IP address of it. So please do justice and also connect to the rest of them over here. So I'm going to connect the IP phones. I'll put it on. So I'm going to put all of them on. So at the moment, All of them are what? Are on. So let's do the same thing to the rest of them. So the yellow connected. We are going to make sure that the router will distribute IP address automatically to the machines. That's what I'll be calling you one after the other. When I call you, now then you do it. Okay, so let me put other ones on. Okay, it's now time for us to just do justice to our configuration. We are about to start. First, we have to tackle our server, which is on the left side, which is bigfirm.com. So let's click on it. Go straight to desktop, IP config, and type your IP address 192.168.10.201, 192.168.10.1. That is for the router's IP address, which we have here, which is 192.16. I've not put it yet, but I'm going to put this one there. Okay, I'll put this one here. That will be the router's what? IP address. That is our default gateway. Are you okay? Okay, so let me go back to the server. Now our DNS IP address is going to be the same, which is 201. So 192.168.10.201. It's going to be the same. We are done configuring the server, but we are not done configuring the PCs and the rest, because the PCs will get their IP address automatically from the router, and the IP phones also will get its IP address from the router. So we'll be configuring our voice, because we are going to deal voice over IP. Yes, but that is for the IP phones. So let's go straight to the router. Let's go straight to the router. Let's go straight to the router. We are done configuring the server, so let's go straight to the router. Click on the laptop BTA laptop 0. And straight to desktop terminal, then click OK. Choose no, like as always we've been doing. then network config, then the host name, we choose BFR1, then the line console, 0, password, be at SSW, 0 RD, sorry, login, exec timeout, 00, exit, enable secret, then the password will follow, enable secret, then you type exit. Make sure that you write, then you copy run startup config. Then you go back to the config side again. You know the configuration of what I've done so far. You know it already. Sir Collins. Oh, money. I have problem with my phone. No small. It's, yes, it's right now. I came to the school, then I have to just. I was doing it in the house. It was not. My phone just restart and it went to factory default. So it's good that you just brought. I've saved everything. So I'm teaching. When I finish, I will let you know. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. At least let's change the name from the BFR1 and type a name that will prefer that we are configuring an IP for. Okay. So let's name it. Let's give a name as host name as what? BF IP 4. BF IP 4. Yes. BF IP 4. I'm ahead. Are some of you ahead of me? Are you done? Okay, then let's configure the router. We are going to configure the router by entering inside FA 0/0. So let's go INTFA, INTFA 0/0. Then let's give an IP address, which is 192.168.10.1, 255.255.255.0. Enter the no shutdown. So we are done configuring the 192 side. Let's configure the serial as well, okay? And the serial, there is a clock on it. I don't know some of you whether that is what you choose, but I will choose a clock rate. So just type exit, then INTSA 0/1/0. So type the clock rate. The clock rate is the speed. When you type clock, then you set a question tag. It said the rate. So when you put the rate there and you bring the question tag, you see that uh, in bit per what second. So how do you want the router to transmit what data? Bit per second. And this one, the default one, is up to, that is 40,000. That is 400,000. Yes, but we have to change it and make it what 64,000. Okay. Yes, 64,000 what bit. So make sure that is 64,000 bits. Change it and make it 64,000 bits. The default is 400,000. Make sure that you make it 64,000. Yes. So what I'm doing, if yours is not the clock side, you don't have this one, don't do it until if you, maybe you have yours on router 2. Then when you reach there, just do it. You must have it. Look, check the 2. You must have it. Oh, ask the question. You were asking the example. Okay, so let's give an IP address of the serial. So you type IP address, then you type 10.20.30.1 255.255.255.252. You know what I did? I didn't type IP address and 10 dots. So sorry for that. I'm supposed to type IP. I'm supposed to type IP address 10.20.30.1, and it's not /24, but rather it's /30. So if it's /30, you will get what? 252. And what will be the wildcards of it? What will be the wildcards? Aziz, are you sure? Kelly, what will be the wildcards of 255.255.255.252? Thank you very much. Shall we continue? Okay, so now let's type exit. Thank you, Boba. Now we are going to configure DHCP. Okay, we are going to configure DHCP. So for us to configure DHCP on the router, I've taught you these things long time. Yeah, now we have come back to the roots. So I'm going to start. The DHCP name is going to be voice, BF voice. Okay, so I'll start from Teresa. Teresa, what first should we type? You type IP DHCP, IP DHCP. Oh, pool, you said? Yes. So it's BF what? Voice 1. So BF voice 1. Okay, Kevin, what's next? Kelvin, network. So what type of network we should type? Kelly. Are you sure? 192.168.10. No. Dot zero space what? Is it true? Are we configuring the serial IP address or we are configuring the LAN? The LAN, and the LAN is /24 or /30. And why are you saying that 0.0.0.3? Allow him to do it. We are calling him. I'll call you later, okay? 255 255 255.0. I should enter. Should I? Okay. Jeff, what next? So this one we have to type what? Aziz. You said? Uh, Jeff, you raise up your hand. Okay, so default router. And what will be our default router IP address? Buba, are you sure? No. Tell us again. The default router IP address. Aziz. 192.168.10.1. Aziz, tell us another thing again. After configuring the default router, what next? Teresa, tell us, you type the DNS. So what is our DNS IP address? Kelly, IP address. 192, no dot, 168.10.201. Thank you very much over there. Thank you. So we are now configuring DHCP on our router. Okay, so let's type exit. I taught you these things. Let's go and check our PCs to see whether they can get an IP address from the router. Okay. So go to the primary PC, click on it, go straight to desktop, go to IP configuration, then click on DHCP. You can see that this one has been assigned 192.168.10.2. So what about the rest? And when you put the mouse on the IP phones, you can see that nothing has been what? Assigned. Because IP phone has not been configured and we are about to configure it. So let's make sure that all the machines, which is the PCs, will have their IP address derived from the router. So let's do so. Click on it, desktop, IP, DHCP, okay. And the last one, which is ABA, okay. Let's do the same thing to the right side. I said do the same thing. What you did on the left side, do the same thing on the right side. So let's go to the server KLM, configure IP address 172.16.0.202. Okay, I'm going to the router to configure the rest of what we did. Click on the terminal, go straight to the you choose node. Then the config T, hostname, VF, IP, phone. Then line console 0, password, login, exec, exit, enable secret, int fa0/0. I'm about to, I've configured my password on the configuration mode and also on the console line. Now I'm coming to configure the interface. I'm on the this side. So IP address 172.16.0.1, 255.255.0.0, no shut, exit, INTSE. So I'm going to configure the serial. Okay. Now, since there is no clock label there, you are not supposed to just configure the clock rate. You can see that only this place you see the logo that there is a clock there. Okay. Yes. It serves as a bandwidth rate. So 0/1/0. So IP address 10.20.30.2, 255.255.255.252. So you type no shut, It's in this place. I didn't type no shutdown. Hello? Yeah. What I did is that the left side, since I gave the IP address of the SE0/1/1, I didn't type no shutdown. That is why when I was on the right side and I typed no shutdown, there is no link. So I'm now on that side. I'm now on that side. I want to just go to that side and enter inside the serial. Okay, so 0/1/0. Then type no shutdown so that now it will work. Other than that, because when I was here and I typed no shutdown, there is no sign for green light. So that means those that they are online, they will ask me why. But yours will be green. You understand? But mine is not green. That is why I forget to type no shutdown on this one. Whilst I did it here, it shows red. Okay. So shall we continue? Now let's type exit. Then let's configure the DHCP on this one to distribute IP address to our various PCs, Teresa, PC4, and Kelly. So IP, sorry, DHCP pool, we said KLM voice 2 is different network. Voice 2 network 172.16.0.0, 255.255.0.0. Just enter. Default gateway 172.16.0.1, DNS 172.16.0.202. The DNS is at the top of the top right corner here. So that is what I'm putting it across here. So when you are done, just type exit, exit again, right, copy, run, and start up. Why you pause me? I didn't change anything. Okay, so let's see whether the PCs can get the IP address from the router. Okay, okay. I hope you have yours the same thing. If yours shows a paper, then you are in trouble. We are not configuring everything. But when you put the mouse on the IP phones, nothing shows. Nothing shows. Since everything is set and done, we've configured the both side, IP address, DHCP, and the rest. At least, let's turn on ABBA to ping the server and ping the router and see whether they can ping. So click over here. So just type in then 192.168.10.201. So I'm pinging the server response. So let me see router, the router response. Then let me see Kwame. I think Kwame's own is 2. Kwame's own is 2 because when you click on Kwame's like this and you go to you see that it's 2. You see it? It's 2. So Kwame's own, let's see. So it means that our internal network is configured successfully. But what is up for us to do is to configure the IP phones also to have telephone number. I'm studying, I'm on ABBA. Yes. But listen, for the IP phone, we are going to give a number because every phone they have numbers. So we are going to give 4-digit numbers. Okay. So look at what I'm going to do. This one, I'm going to give this one 1000, 1002, 1003. Then it means that if somebody comes and you want to call, if Abba want to call Kwame or ring Kwame, Abba will type 10001. Then Kwame have to respond. Are you following it? So that will be their telephone line within their corporate network. I'll do the same thing to the rest of them on the right side. So on the yellow side, let's give yellow side 1004, 1005, and 1006. That will be the IP, the landline number. Okay. Yes, that will be given to various ones. So when we are configuring our IP phone configuration, those numbers that we have written over there, the system will assign them automatically to the phone, so that on the help desk in front, when you go there and you ask for, I'm looking for Teresa, the one that she's in marketing department, then the receptionist will just dial 1004 on her phone, and it will go straight to Teresa's what? Office. You have a visitor, her name is this, his name is this, he said he's coming from that and that. Before Teresa will tell you that, okay, let her in. Thank you very much for another episode and also another configuration. We started with IP phones and we're about to configure. Tomorrow will be the part 2 of it, how you can use other side to ring another. Thank you very much for being with me. Don't forget to share and also let other people also request and have access. Subscribe and let's make this particular network peaceful. Don't forget to study to make thyself approved unto men and God. Thank you very much, and I'll see you another day. Bye bye.